Bury me in a borrowed suit? Oh my fucking god. What a fucking line.
I was the vision myself. I had the fit for myself. I get the green like it's crap.
What's going on, guys? It's Sunny Baby Gonzo, aka the motherfucking kid. You know who it is. Back at it. Here we are with Earl Sweatshirt. Pretty short album, 24 minutes, but you know it's kind of like to be expected. Earl Sweatshirt always puts out pretty short projects. Before I begin, shameless plug, my single is out on all streaming platforms. Go ahead and listen to it. I'm nicer than Earl Sweatshirt, you know, not to brag.
Pick a line and get the virus. Wildcat has got him in a bind, stay inside. No, I came from out the thick and smiling. Mad Hatters capping every line, it doesn't matter to the 10 and 5. They start hacking when they can't shrink us. I found the page, gave the book ears. Whisper things, tell the pain, heavy brain in the cat skills. Played the shade, quite a deal, glad we stay friends.
So immediately, I'm making some connections to the pandemic. I started having a fever in that cabin, like, you know, trapped inside, and like being familiar with these feelings of depression, isolation, doing addiction. I'm sensing some addiction, some medicine, some illusions to like medicine type of shit. Which could be, you know, a double entendre with like addiction and, you know, drugs, stuff like that. I really like that. It's like, oh, I'm glad we stayed friends, shit like that. Like, because that when the darkness comes back, you are familiar with it, so you're like, oh, this is nothing. I've been through this shit before. It's very interesting start. A short song, very like 1 minute 20-second literally song. You could see the influence on Doom that this guy had very much. You know, every single one of his songs is always like mad villainy, but you know, it's weird to me that like he emulates that to a T, like the mad villainy formula, because like even Doom was moved on past that, like in Born Like This, where he's making like full-fledged songs and stuff like that. So it's just weird that Earl Sweatshirt continues to stay in this artistic expression.
I'ma need a bigger bag for the cohort. Tryna make a millionaire out of slum dogs. Bet that head crack blunt force. Cozy with the East Africans up north, where 7 make a 3 turn a 10 by law. Crescent moon wink, when I blinked it was gone. Let the crib smack, no sheath on the sword. Made it by the skin on my teeth, thank God. When the mood change, I'ma poker face 'em. It's a new day, who got all the aces? Who be folding late, who know when to play dead? Who sit up straight when the roof caved in? Had a face and I veered off. Saw another height, had my ears popped. Walked outside, it was still gorgeous. Sharp insides was revealed slowly. In the dark inside, we was real hungry. On the 7 of the 5, we was real hungry.
Hard as fuck. I didn't even know who produced that shit. That song was filled bar after bar after bar too. Every time I meet new friends, you know, I got the poker face. Where 7 make a 3 turn a 10 by law. It's saying that he's playing with like the police code. 7 is out of service to eat, and 3 is code for emergency send help. Altogether, they add up to 10 through the laws of math. What? 10 is the police code for a fight in progress. Earl's back. He's hungry and ready to throw hands with violent intent through this single. Like, that's such a long walk to get there. It's weird. It's like it's reaching really hard, but it's right there. Like he intended it. It's just like so obtuse that it's almost like not cool to me. He was talking about cards to the here. He's talking about like it's a new day. Who's got the aces? This beat is super dope, but I think I was expecting a little bit more from that, just because I saw the hype for it and everyone was fucking losing their minds for it. I just thought it was gonna be like really fucking mind blowing. Maybe that set up my expectation for a little bit too like unrealistic, but yeah, that's just like my opinion. Bro, spin another web, head home, mess with Fisk like I'm Spider-Man. What the fuck is this stupid ass bar, dude? Like, holy shit. Like, what the fuck? There's no creativity in this whatsoever. Um, Mess with Fisk like I'm Spider Man. This is like on par with that Boldy James bar on Tecmo Bo Robin Num like I'm Batman. So fucking stupid, dude. Outside can't go outside no more because they sick. That's funny. This whole song, it does feel like he's sick. He's fucking subdued. He's super like, ooh, ooh. It kind of makes it like not enjoyable for me. Like it's not a good song, but I get what he's going for, and that I do like that it had like a direction.
What happened to you?
Magic was magic.
I was the vision myself. I had the fit for myself. I get that green like it's cap. I put that. My bitches shine like jewels. I get that cash to the wire. I made them plays on the cell. I free my sister herself. I got that check through the mail. I know what's happening. The gas going, the motor flowing. Bitch, what's happening? Remind me where I'm from and what's happening. The motor going, the gas flowing. Bitch, I just some dirty click. We ain't got click by myself. Couldn't be little myself. Couldn't be all weak as hell. I just be weary as hell. I had to feel for myself. Had to get low like the jail pose. Check review, then lose a tail, bro. I'ma skip.
Hold up, like I don't want to be that guy, but Earl Sweatshirt had a pretty privileged growing up, so that I had to fend for myself. Line is like, I don't know.
Over the 10. Fuck on my face with syringe. Fixing my face, feigning interest. Loan on my pages get thin.
Our children do not need to grow up in a make-believe world. You need to tell them the truth and help make them feel proud.
Damn, that's the Loopers verse is so fucking catchy. Like I still have that flow stuck in my head. That shit is so fucking good. It's funny that um he came out on the Injury Reserve project too, and they're both like much more darker than his recent project. But he's like put on those projects. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, I didn't even catch this bar. Fuck out my face with syringe. People here are interpreting it as like harder drugs. That's interesting. You can't really assume much, but I do remember when Earl was a little bit on the, which he now isn't, but he used to be on the train of like, oh, black people can't really get COVID, which a lot of people were on board early in the pandemic, so you can't really fault him. This honestly feels more like a Zalooper song featuring Earl, just because there's much more that Zaloopers is doing. He's being credited with like the chorus, which I don't really see that song as having a chorus, but yeah, he's credited as having a chorus and the verse, and Earl just has like the verse and then it's like the long outro. Not too much to really like be in awe by. I don't know. Directed by Joseph. I wonder if that's the same person that directed that Haram film that they had. That was just like available for like a week. It looked just like that, like the aesthetic of it, or like some of the concert footage, live performances of the songs. It looked just like that. And so I think Elucid might have had the best verse there, but I do think that Billy Woods had the best line when he said like "Mofutu so seco." That's like a reference to this fucking song, or well, he's referencing an author, I think, and it's like kill them all without touching a gun. I really love that fucking bar. Kind of like destroy them with your words. Like fucking say something that just fucking kills them. So that shit is like the best shit. So a quick Google search, tabula rasa, just like layman shit. It means like to have a clean state. Kind of like when you're born, you're not influenced by anything. You don't know what to really think or how to think. I forgot who it is, but they have like this whole idea of like you are what people see you as, what people like project back to you. It's what you form your personality as. So like in a world void of people, you wouldn't really have a personality because there'd be no one to reflect yourself off of. What's really real and what's performative. That's kind of like a store brand bar of that. Is this performative or praxis? Or are we talking about practice? Are we talking about practice? My phone don't ping. I'm buzzed. Leave me alone. That's good. Lay in the West spot. Listen, let's not conflate. I give what I take. It's the hunt. There is the chase. Some talk like they never got punched in the face. I don't know how much I agree with that. Like what are you saying? Like you want your son to be punched in the face? Hypothetically speaking, you want your like son to be punched in the face, and if so, do you want to be the one to punch him? Like, do you think this is a lesson that want you want to instill to your son? Or you just kind of like are crossing your fingers that someone punches your son in the face? Like the logical conclusion is like you get to like this weird place of like, oh, everyone that has an opinion should experience violence of some sorts. I don't know. It's a weird idea. I understand the meaning, like like some people they really talk like no one's really stepped up to them, but like let people say whatever the fuck they want, bro. Wells of the weary loop max infinite draw me closer damn near intimate. Fucking elucid, so fucking poetic. It's most underrated rapper out right now. Elucid, then like super far down, navy blue. Then like the next one would be navy blue. Then they all follow suit from there. But yeah, Elucid is like the most underrated rapper. I'm from where every car foreign and we drive them on empty. Zimbabwe. That shit's it's really funny, like because the way foreign cars specifically, are used in hip hop, it's always like a luxury. But here he brings it up as like, no, they don't make shit here, bro. Like in Zimbabwe, there's no um, car factory, so all the cars have to be imported, and they're barely running. It's not a luxury. Bury me in a borrowed suit. Oh my fucking god, what a fucking line. Give my babies my rhyme books, but tell them do you. Give my enemies the good news. Time flew. Yeah, so like I said, when he's saying Sese Seko Mobutu, he's referencing like if the DJ plays something smooth, if the DJ is good, you can kill them all without touching a gun. Like you can just say some shit that really destroys them. It's very like Kafka-esque, or not Kafka. I think it's Tolstoy. I'm not sure. Like one of them, they wrote like with the intent of like destroying people, like destroying their soul, specifically like shattering them. It's intense writing style, I think, but it was a super like in that lineage. Like he really aims to destroy people. She shimmy into the, yeah, that's consent getting established. I'm on the border on that one. You only trash if you trash. I keep it simple and dynamic. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that one. Yeah, man. I do think that Earl has maybe like the weakest verse on this. I don't know. It just seems like he's not aiming to be like the one with the hardest bars, which is interesting because I thought he really brought it on like Ramses too, on Shrines. That track is fucking hard. I really like the bars that he has on that shit. But here he doesn't really have like a standout track, a standout bar. I think this game of Telephone Massive, I do what I have with the fragments. That's dope. I really like the asymptomatic, but I get sick of the delays. Faster, faster. Practice and practice, and what I preach keep pace. The calcium on my teeth fade. It's an interesting like conversation about his place in the industry, but I don't think he's like saying too much about it. Like he's not saying like too much to own it or too much to like say fuck you. I don't know. That's just like the way I feel. It feels very like subdued. Sweatshirt always has like these crazy ass features where like he fucking comes out spitting fire, but like on his own albums he always sounds like really like fucking heavily subdued. Like there's real restraint.
Same one that I forgot to praise. Still a Stumped all day thinking mama would have loved went. With every triplet of trips around the sun, some of the slugs get thick. I'm in the cuts like a DJ. Let me know if you want to tangle with some lemon meringue. Wallaby soul stained gun. Exploring a couple different avenues to staying dangerous.
Damn, I really like that one. That one was a fucking vibe. It reminded me a lot of some rap songs. The production style and loop, it felt like straight from that fucking that era of Earl.
Don't overreact. I'm 26. Felonious past. Rolling with the pack. Even with a switch. Guaranteed miss. Hand hard, I'm stubbing this shit. Quick start, can't cover the steps. Since I like my partner from 65th. Big love, but I'm from the mid. I'm coming home, beloved, we slid.
And he is safe while he is superhuman. Wow, overturned call. What a slide.
I guess they didn't get the message of no more wrestling clips. Let's pray those DMCA's don't get them. Yeah, that was a cool interlude. I don't really have anything to say about it though. It was just like really quick. Again, it struck a different vibe, much more different than like anything on the album. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about it.
Resort to cantankerous means on the cash play, rap races. The cheese sit in the trap, wait, it's snap, then we break. Sun reaching for me.
Oh my god, rat races. I hate this like cliche ass fucking bar or trope almost. You know, everybody says it. It's so fucking boring. Like I've heard this so many fucking times. Like there's no way that you could say it and it's like original to me. I don't know.
My grandfather spoke 13 languages, somehow never had nothing to say to Boo Raymond. Since Hazel made sense of it through prayer, booze is a fool's breakers. Eat Lang, the glue that saved us. Newman's brain getting chipped away at David. His body on the road where his mind flailed and few.
That one was a little bit more boring, I would say, just because like it follows that really like hard interlude, but like both of them are like not really songs, they're kind of like just a vibe. So it kind of like throws me off, you know, real quick come down from like that high. I'm just not really fucking with that.
Town like Machiavelli. Came home in the 2011. Pasadena, John calling me. Really ain't know where none of this shit was headed. I ain't even know. Ghost like I need a killer. Get ghost like an apparition. Hometown, hold me down like a rock. So you know how I gotta skip it. So you know just how we living. Took it slow, saw what it could give me. Hit the road, go a mile a minute. Mask on like a super villain. Daniel, who you in the
There's like an aversion to hooks on this. Again, it's from that lineage of Mad Villainy. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like you could maybe brought someone in to do a hook in one of these. This one would have been a really good one to do a hook because I really love the direction it takes, like the sonic direction. It's super different. I do think a lot of stuff that he's saying is basic, but he does say it like with an umph to it that makes it sound like cool.
seeing her when I want. Fire leaping out the hole, deep breathing only make you grow. They ain't wanna leave clutch. Far be it from me to plead with y'all. Hit leaning into the crutch. The shield took a couple chains, but it never broke. I know what he mean, how I play it based on what I'm shown. Grinding for the umpteenth time, it's only forward. Peace to a cop, solo to soldier. I couldn't toast the drink to demise. I heard the clink. Life could change in a blink of an eye. I'm wrinkling time. I'ma leave it to y'all to get hoodwinked and surprised. Threw on some boozy. I'd rather be with you when I'm high. I went ahead and mixed some Beetlejuice with the wine.
Wow, what a beautiful ending. You know, sometimes artists can lose the melody in abstraction. trying to be different, pursue a specific sound, they kind of like forget to make it sound good. And that is like just like stripped back, the restraint again. And it's like, no, all we need is like just the piano melody. Fuck it. Very beautiful. One of the best songs on the project for sure. I wonder why he shouted out Akai Solo. At first I thought he produced it, but Black Noise produced it. I'm not sure who Black Noise is, but he's dope as fuck. He did 2010 too, I think. I wonder what happened with that Alchemist Earl album. Are they just really not gonna ever talk about it until someone finds it? Someone, please find it. I definitely love this album more than Feet of Clay, but I'm not sure if I love it more than some rap songs. I would have to like go back to it and kind of like listen back to it, just because it's been a while since I heard that album. But yeah, I do love it. It's got some very full fledged songs almost. I do think that that's a Looper song. It feels more like a Looper song still, but at least there's these like longer songs instead of like constantly like just give you a vibe, get the fuck out. Earl is very comfortable talking about stuff of the pandemic, using terminology of the pandemic, just because he is kind of like a dark person. He thrives in this like place of like, oh, we're all isolated, stuff like that. I don't like shit. I don't go outside. He's been ready for this, so I think this is like the perfect era for a new Earl Sweatshirt project. I think this is gonna go very well with his fan base, especially the people that already expect something like some rap songs. If you're not on board with some rap songs, you're not really gonna be too much on board with some of this stuff. Maybe not necessarily, a lot of this stuff is more accessible, but yeah, I feel like his core fan base is already gonna love it. But I do feel like it's really short. I wish it was longer, and it's just like missing something for it to really click with me. But yeah, I think I would give it like a 6.7, a 7 maybe. Let me know what you guys thought.
Sight, second spiritual sun, sobriety stipend, suffocated Superman has squandered, search singing suddenly stop, stupid symphony sonic stock, stogie stash somewhere, stupid slob sucks, sailor saw stuck, stirring some small straw, still somehow snapped his spine, the sand stepper, synonym slots, shoddy shooter, shoe sharper, seeing supervisor standing strong, shadow boy swap, stripper stiletto sketcher saying, shoddy simulated, so spray spawn, so suicide standoff, situation spins, spliff stiff synergy strikes, subpar soft spot, several sentences in sadness seems so shunned, shocker, salute star stallion, scotch stay strapped smart, sample soft suffering, simulation subplot, said somewhere out there, I'm saying all the right things in all the right places, somewhere out there, I'm saying all the right things in all the right places, somewhere out there. I'm saying all the right things in all the right places, somewhere out there. I'm saying all the right things in all the right places, somewhere out there. I'm saying all the right things in all the right places. Ah. Give me Rex. Fuck what you heard, cause this is that shit. Ah. What you gonna do? Happy holidays, y'all. Wonderful time, wonderful time. One time for the band, please, please.